Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay. Spawn north side is the Cobalt Ice Sturm. We got jlau170. I'm not sure how to actually properly pronounce that. On bottom side is the Steel Claw, or is it Steel Fang? Silver Claw Olaf. We got Emus. Either way, let's go ahead and get started. This map, you do start off a handful of units. Got an 8 here on your opponent's comm tower. 1 health missile, which can be very nice. The missile knows where it's at, Ford knows where it's not. This map is also a 3 base map, 1 seaport, which makes not gonna be important. And also 1 airport. HQ's in the corner. I haven't really seen any real HQ capture focus. There's a pair of comm towers typically contestable, but if you lose one, you probably have already lost the game. Of course, Sturm's recons are excellent blitzing tools since they have full mobility. Tank infantry. Of course, the missiles are pretty nice as well for that. There's maybe a little bit of argument to take time to repair up the missile if you really need to. But the recon's already here, reconnoitering the area. May have saw the tank dismounted from the lander. Missile could probably advance to this forest there to spot some stuff over here. Mech, infantry, and infantry. Just going to use a mech to clear out the anti-air. Of course, he does get plus 20% defense and loses 20% offense. And he is still affected by snow, which in this case does matter. No blood has been shed just yet. Artillery there, so maybe I'm probably not going to barrage that. After all, we base locking himself. I would say Olaf probably just charge and hit the mech. That's probably the best case scenario. There will be plus 2% defense and 4 defense stars. Artillery, and infantry. Does take the shot there. Get 4 points of damage. The mech should counterattack. Oh, he does use the artillery to take out the anti-air. Recons reconnoitering the area. Battlecopter, infantry. So use the extra funds he has to pull out battlecopter. Very nice. Probably one of the few times where a base lock is mitigated. Think it did get a shot there onto the recon. Tank, infantry, and infantry. Artillery in range of the anti-air. He did see the artillery get filled, so may want to pull it back. It's the infantry unit there. Oh, didn't finish off there. The minus 20% firepower does make a difference. Tank, and infantry. Infantry does dismount. It's the unit there. The artillery's here. He could probably start catching the airport and then put the artillery on top of the forest to siege down the anti-air as a possibility. Well, if there's recons down to 3 health, they can just simply run away and still do their job as a recon unit. It's the pipe scene there, 50% now. Still 50%? Maybe a little bit bugged there, I'm not sure. Guess we'll worry about it later. Battlecopter, infantry, and anti-air. And does dismount the artillery over here. And next turn, if he does not move the tank first, he will have spotting of the anti-air, though then again the infantry does spot either way, so can barrage down the anti-air and probably does not see the artillery in the forest. Got tank, and infantry. If he moves the anti-air forward 1 tile, that actually would be good. But he has no reason to do that. Unless he really wants to see what's on top of the base. Does stop the capture down south. Tank. And hits that infantry unit there. Does strike the artillery or anti-air. With exact defense. Does withstand a bit of a beating there, but possibly could be destroyed next turn. Infantry, anti-air, and tank. Takes to the pipe scene. Hits infantry twice. Hits the tank. ATR will finish off infantry there, but main marines the tank. Right now, Olaf has 0 battle copters, so the ATRs are just nice to have for anti-infantry tools, but they are somewhat expendable. Recon does go down. ATR takes out the battle copter. Artillery strikes the tank and hits the tank thrice. Hits the ATR up north and does kill that infantry unit. He does move the ATR more southward, so he's going to block his own airport until that ATR gets knocked out. Oh! Meteor Strike 1! Looks like Meteor Strike 1 landed on top of the anti-air lander and artillery. I was honestly not expecting Meteor Strike 1. So Meteor Strike 1 has been summoned. Hits the lander, which is not great, but hits the anti-air and artillery, which is also not super great right now. Tank pair of infantry. Sturm does have 2 contars. This one's still despicably neutral. Oh. Does manage to get the Winter Fury there. Does get a good shot there. Hits some of these outlying infantry units there. Knocks up that. Nope, does not knock it out. Tank does hit tank. Of course, on top 3 defense stars. Two tanks and an infantry unit there. Insert 113. Storm starts with 69,000. When it comes to the snow movement, if you want to take a look at this recon, it can still move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as opposed to full 8 tiles. In a rough comparison. Looks like he has a full Neo tank on the field. That should be very nice to have. This one has no counter Neo tank at the moment, other than some artillery and occasional battlecopter. The Neo tank's extra defense with being Sturm would be nice. Extra firepower, just help him he can sack or reduce firepower, just help him should still be fine. Sorry, my mind's a little bit melted at the moment. In Sturm's case, Sturm can use medium tanks to great effect with the perfect movement. Medium tank infantry and infantry, so it does follow up with a medium tank, and double force means nothing. Does hit the tank up north. I think as well, as long as this lander's on the field, that's going to be a pretty nice meteor bait, since naval units just absurdly high value. infantry, and tank. Medium tank heading over here. Missile has been restored a decent amount of health. Probably needs to be up to 8 health before it can start one-shotting battlecopters. Does hit the anti-air. He hit the anti-air twice. Start capturing that city. Recon, artillery, and infantry. As I tank twice, you have a medium tank up north, could get a shot on in. Blizzard's now available, which could be situationally useful, depends if you need to slow down his opponent or not. Does get a good hit there on that mech. He still has 23,000. He may go for a neo tank of his own, or maybe a bomber. Artillery, tank, and anti-air. Neo tank finished off a tank there entirely. Medium tank and regular tank hits that tank, and the medium or the regular tank does park itself on top of HQ. Tank, infantry, and infantry. Artillery on artillery, so lots of artillery is being pulled by Olaf. He's currently at 7 artillery and 9 regular tanks. Takes out the infantry unit there with the medium tank. Rocket, infantry, and anti-air. Don't think rocket's going to be super great versus Olaf, particularly with the Winter Furies, though rockets can move reasonably well for Sturm. It's infantry, tank, and another artillery. Missile advanced away forward of 9 health. There's currently no battlecopters in the field by Olaf. Has he even got a battlecopter this entire game? Maybe at most one. Anti-air, and infantry. Sturm's assuming there's some sort of valuable air asset on the field, but it's simply not the case. Olaf right now starts Sturm 22,000, so can't afford a neo tank or a bomber. Of course, it'd be a lot of base skips if it does that. And you'll see it does enter the range of this artillery piece down south. It finds the missile, knocks the missile entirely. We do have Near Strike 1 available. Its pair of tanks there. Winter Fury has been summoned. Rocket and medium tank are not on cities, nor is a neo tank. Medium tank and artillery in range. We may see a Meteor Strike 1, maybe 2 this turn. It will highly likely strike this anti-air or this artillery. I can see it striking somewhere to hit these tanks up there, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. Ooh. Once again, hits the lander. Pair of artillery. I think that may have been meteor bait how everything's positioned. I thought the black boat will pull ahead, but I guess not. Lots of heavy armor up here, push way forward. None of the heavy armor's in range of the artillery though. Hits the infantry in there. Tank gets hit twice. Nope. Artillery, tank, and another artillery. More artillery by Olaf. Currently at 12 artillery, has more artillery in the field than regular tanks. Yeah, let's get some good hits there. Takes out an artillery piece. The other one's inside the force. Both new tank and the medium tank can be struck by it. Tank, infantry, and infantry. It's the recon. Infantry, tank, and tank. Medium tank is up north, does take another tank down. New tank does fall back to the HQ. Rocket, infantry, and recon. So Sturm goes for another rocket. This one is currently out of range of everything. Does hit some infantry units there with those artillery. Infantry, anti-air, and tank. There's the tank there. Tank hits tank. Does spot one of the or two of the artillery. Another tank. Infantry and infantry. Nothing else. Does hit the infantry unit down south. Hits the capturing squad there. Both players out 21,000. There's still some despicably neutral properties in the center of the map. Does a good number of units there. Takes out the battlecopter there. Rocket may be spotted. Does not get spotted there. So we got both the artillery and rocket in range. May want to hit that anti-air and tank and or artillery. We have anti-air, artillery, and tank. Mech is good for a strike there on the anti-air. Does strike the anti-air and the artillery. Mech finished it off. Recon finished that one off. Oh, meteor strike one, and this time, no meteor bait. A massive hit. Please through all those artillery. I can't tell you if that was the indirect meteor or a health or value. But certainly was not, did not hit the lander. We have now another Winter Fury available. Tank, infantry, recon. Insert 157 will be called down to 123. Does hit the anti-air. Hits the tank. Tank, artillery, and infantry. Medium tank will strike the artillery. Does cleave through a good number of artillery up north, in fact, effectively knocking all of them out. Tank. Infantry and tank. Does strike the tank up here. Ends with 137,000. Olaf starts turn with 143, so he's still about full turn ahead. Spots that rocket, nails with artillery, nails with the tank. It could strike the other artillery, takes out the black boat. And overall, Sturm is being crushed on the southern flank. He may need to get another medium tank and neo tanks to down south. There's a lot of number of artillery there, so battlecopters wouldn't be half bad, though there's a couple ETRs to worry about. Stealth's a little bit too expensive right now, and I don't even know it's available on this map. Medium tank. Infantry and infantry. Good damage on that tank. There's a decent core of tanks here. Takes another infantry unit there. Want a single tank to push forward. And here, artillery and tank. Does get some good strikes. Just a single rocket and double base skip. It's the recon. It's this unit up here, interrupts the capture. Both the Neo tank and the medium tank are on top of cities, so that's going to consume a lot of repairs. This rocket's at full health and hiding in the forest. Overall, just a bit of reposition, trying to capture some properties. Put some rounds of black boat, knocks the black boat. I saw a tank there, however that medium tank is in range. Oh, those hit the artillery there. And takes the artillery there, so the medium tank's just fine. The one of these tanks gonna be bracketed. Infantry, and tank. Could see another meteor strike too next turn. Don't think Winter Fury will be some next turn. Or this turn. Let's get some good strikes. Hits another tank up here, and hits a tank twice. Anti-air hits the infantry unit. This could be a spot for Meteor Strike. Oh, over here as well. The lander's right there. I don't think that's going to be proper bait there. That looks like a bait formation, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. Assuming he does. It is the bait location, so he does bait out another meteor. There's only one meteor that has not been properly been baited. And Sturm does resign. I think him baiting out all the meteor, all except for one meteor, is what effectively won it for Olaf there. Either way, this is Android saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay.